It's day 3:45. Today was, I guess, an alright day. It was a good day. We did $250, so we're still in that kind of same range every day, but it's good to be consistent, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we're just kind of we're testing with the one-on-one sequence, and it seems to be doing well. We can't really track the progress, which is hard to know really if it's really good, but I think it is. I think we're at like about 1% conversion rate, which is very solid and very scalable. So yeah, I mean, that's our plan. Our plan is to we're doing 3,000 leads at a time. And I know I've probably said this a million times, but doing 3,000 leads at a time. Each batch gets a sequence that's 5 emails. It takes 5 days to go out. It honestly takes 7 because for some reason the platform that we're sending on always has some lag time bullshit. But it takes about 7 days. So realistically we can do maybe 4 or 5 batches per month. So right now that's either 12 or 15,000 leads contacted a month at 1% conversion rate. It's maybe $150 or 150 sales times 30 is 4,500, give or take. And that's not factoring in our other method of email marketing, which is the newsletter broadcasted style, which does not do as well, but it's a lot higher volume. So we're sending like 30 to 50,000 emails a day, you know what I mean? And in the other case, we're doing 15,000 a month. So it's like, and that produces so much more money than the broadcasting. Like if we're lucky, we might make the same amount, but way more volume, you know what I mean? Like 5x the amount of leads and like 10x the amount of emails. And we might do maybe similar, maybe. So the solution is clear, and it's the one-on-one seems to be the winner. So we're gonna be scaling with that. It's a slow process. We can't just start tomorrow because you have to buy accounts, you have to warm them up, you have to integrate them. We're also basically out of leads. I probably have like 12,000 left. So this is enough for this month, but for the future months and when we scale, we're gonna need a lot more. But the good thing is I already built a scraper, you know what I mean? So I just need to turn that old puppy back on and get the leads pouring in. So that's not too much of a problem. But yeah, next month we're gonna 5x our lead volume on the one-on-one outreach. So instead of doing 15,000 a month, we're gonna be doing 75,000 a month. And so theoretically, as our metrics and as we get to know our numbers better and better, they're kind of settling, which is good, and they're getting more stable. So if we can convert 1%, which is what we have been doing with one-on-one for a couple weeks now, and I think it's scalable, that's 750 sales next month that we are projected to do, and that's just over 20 grand in the month of May. So that could be huge, and I definitely think that it is a very real possibility. But yeah, I mean, we're just gonna scale. That's all we can do, and our costs of operations are really low. So if we didn't hit that number, it would not be the end of the world, because it's probably about $700 all in for the month to send that kind of volume. So you know, we're putting $700 up for a potential return of 21,000, which is a really good return on investment. And also, like I said, the work that I have to put in for these leads and for these emails it's honestly disgustingly low. It's like I could get by on a couple hours a month. Obviously I'm doing more because I want to make it better and better, but like for maintenance reasons, I could do, you know, an hour a week and be fine. Like it's literally just like duplicating the campaign, adding more leads, pressing a button and just closing the computer. Like that's all I have to do. So it's like I'm in a good position now. You know what I mean? Like we're not at scale yet, but it's like we're doing a couple hundred a day. And I mean, I think I've said this before, but holy shit, like my workload is so low for this business at least. So it's definitely a good position to be in. And I mean, it hasn't all been like that, you know what I mean? Like I've been working at this since the beginning of the year, and we definitely had a lot of ups and downs and a lot of downs, but I think we're slowly getting up, you know. Next month will be the real test if we can hold these numbers, which I think we can. I really don't see why we couldn't. If anything, it's going to be better because our leads are going to be better. We're going to do a better job of sourcing them, and I think it could be even higher than 20,000. But I think worst case, I think we'll do 10,000. Absolute worst case, 10,000 next month. So yeah, and then in terms of my software company, that's been the main focus of my time and my days now. I didn't get as much done as today as I wanted to. It was a lot of like back and forth and trying to figure out, just understanding more. This is kind of the process that I had to go through too when I was building this scraper at the beginning of the year. And because it's like if I had to build that scraper again from scratch, I could probably do it in like 3 days, but it took me a month. You know what I mean? It's just like having to understand these things, and a lot of that is out of the way because I understand software a whole lot better now. But it's just like understanding, it's like, should I move in this direction? Should I test this, do this? You know, there's so many like back and forths until you finally find the right thing. At least that's how my process works. And but I'm getting there. I'm still not done with the job scraper. It's getting close. I just had to like I was running with so many things, like I didn't understand where the best place to source the jobs was, because we're not using Indeed or LinkedIn. We're using company websites, and there's things called job boards that I was trying to integrate with, and it's like I was trying to do too many things at once. So as of right now, I do have a working scraper that gets me jobs, but it's nowhere near the level I'll need it to be to effectively run the software. But it just, at this point, it's a matter of just fine-tuning things. And I did some like market research and just independent research just to better help me with the software that I'm building. And you know, I found some other softwares out there that are really impressive. Like I found this software company that it's basically a job aggregator. So it's a massive job board, and I think they have like 80 million jobs. So it really put things into perspective. It's like, well, if these people can do 80 million jobs, I can get one. You know what I mean? I can get 1 million. So, and they had like all the data you would need for each job. It's like insane. It just put things into perspective for me. It's like what I'm doing is really not groundbreaking. It's really not difficult. It shouldn't be too hard. So I kind of reverse engineered their approach, or I tried to, and I'm implementing that. I'll be implementing that tomorrow. So hopefully that solves a lot of my pain points. And then, yeah, it's just like a couple things left. I mean, a couple very large things left for the software, but we're slowly making progress. And, you know, each day that I put in, I just keep reminding myself, it's like, it's just one step after the other, you know. Each day I put in, I'm so much closer. So that's kind of how I've been going. And I'm still on track to finish this by the end of the month. Not finish it, but have a working software, a very bare bones solution, but something that I can scale. And the goal is to, like I said, finish this by the end of the month. But the goal of May is really just fine tuning and refinement. I'm going to launch it probably to like a couple thousand people, and I just want to get some users. It'll all be free. I'm not going to charge anything just because my operational costs are going to be really low, and I just want to get feedback, and I want to see how the software is going to perform when there's maybe like a couple hundred people using it. I just want to see if we can handle that, and then obviously if I'm not charging anything, it's like they can't be too, you know, pissed at me for providing a service that works or doesn't work. You know what I mean? I'm not risking anything. So neither are they. But yeah, month of May is probably just gonna be refinement because, like I said, I think speed is very important, and I'm just trying to get this shit laid out immediately. You know, I'm just trying to get it built, and then it's like, okay, let's test, let's refine, let's polish, let's make it better, let's tweak it, let's add more things. Because you can't fucking improve, you can't optimize something that doesn't exist. You know, you have to build it first. So that's my thinking with it. And then I think by June, I think that'll be our launch month. And also in May, I'll have to warm up the inboxes and the emails, so I'll be able to send at scale when I do launch. So it's kind of like a symbiotic process a bit, you know, it works out. But yeah, I think June will be a really big month, and also we'll be scaling, like I said, with the digital product business as well. So we should see even better numbers in June because we'll be adding more emails and more leads. You know what I mean? So it's looking up, and I really hope the launch of the software goes well, and I hope it's on track, and I hope I can get a ton of users because I know, like, I've ran the numbers, you know what I mean, and these numbers aren't made up. I've sent to these leads before. I know what my metrics are. It's like and I'm doing cold email right now, so it's like I know I can convert at around 1%. You know what I mean? If I send to 100,000 people on my software, I could potentially get 1,000 users, which would be huge, which would be really big. Even if it was like I said, even if it was 0.25%, a quarter of a percent, I would be very in a very good position, monetarily speaking. Like I would get a very decent sized chunk of users and a very good monthly income from that. So I think I'm in a very good position. Anyway, that does it for me today, and I will see you all tomorrow.